Hello everyone, my name is Michelle. Welcome to my studio here at the Cliffs of Moher Retreat. And today I'm going to do a short little video on just a couple of gentle spinal stretches that you can do in a few minutes at home at any time of the day. And this is part of the retreat at home videos that myself and Darvila have been making just to bring a little bit of what we do here to you at home. So I hope you enjoy them. I'm not using a yoga mat because, mats are great, but we don't need them. And sometimes it can be a little excuse for us, to roll out our mat to do yoga when we can actually just sit down on the floor and get on with it too. My kids, sometimes in the evening will stick on a movie and I'll sit down on the carpet and I'll do some stretches. And of course, I love to have my dedicated practice time, and that means so much to me mentally and for my mental health, emotional health. But it's also really good just to take the time to do a few minutes here and there, especially if you're busy at home. So we're going to come into a cross-legged position. So you're going to cross your legs at the shins rather than at the ankles. Instead of drawing your feet in towards your pelvis, you're going to bring it out, cross your legs. This is called Sukhasana. It means happy or easy pose, but don't worry if you don't feel so happy in it. That's normal too. So we're going to start off with a nice side bend. So we're going to stretch our spine laterally. So you can take your left hand out a little bit to the left. Inhale, lift your right arm up and take a nice side bend over to the left. And you can keep your right arm straight. I have a little funky shoulder thing going on right now, so I'm going to bend this arm and it just brings my fingertips behind my ears, and it just really helps me to isolate the stretch down here rather than feel it up in my shoulder. Take a couple more breaths. Open your chest. You can move and flow in it or stay still. One more breath. And then release and come over to the other side. Inhale, you can lengthen that arm, stretching over to the other side, keeping it your arm straight or bending the hand, building at the elbow and holding onto the skull behind your ear. Breathing. Open your chest. Beautiful evening sunlight here now, this evening. Gorgeous view across the bay. And slowly coming up. And we're going to do a twist now, so we stretched our spine laterally. You're going to take your left hand and bring it behind your bum, behind your tailbone. Take your right hand and hold onto the left thigh, or just bring your hand into that left thigh. You're going to use it like a lever to lengthen your spine up and twist to the left. Keep your legs a little bit active. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. And you can keep your collarbones nice and wide. One more deep breath. Slowly come back to center. Simply change. Bring your right hand behind your bum with your fingertips pressing down so your hands are like this. Lengthen your spine and bring your left hand to the outside of the right thigh. You can hold this way or this way, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, twist. You might notice that one way is a little easier. This way, my spine doesn't twist as easily this way. It's a lot less effort the other way. So just really feel into your spine as you twist. Without forcing, see if you can gently press to your edges and notice what that's like. We're always listening to the body, always noticing. Our body is always talking to us if we listen. And the slower we can breathe, the more we can hear. So bring your fingertips alongside your body. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then you might creep your fingertips forward a little. You don't have to come down so far. Some of you will get your forehead all the way down. The goal isn't how far you can go. It's just to really begin to feel into your hips, around here, your butt, feel it. And I really like to move and flow in this pose, moving in and out of intensity. And then slowly release. And if your right leg is in front, my right leg is in front, we're going to change the cross of the leg. And you can just simply cross, or if you'd like to do something a little bit fun, just take a hold of your big toe with your right hand, big index finger, middle finger hooked into the big toe, and the same with the other side. And you can take your legs out into a nice big wide opening, and then change the cross of your legs. And if you fell trying, even better, extra points. Have a laugh at ourselves and not take ourselves too seriously, which is always recommended when we're working into our hips. We'll go to the other side now, so we're going to stretch. So you're going to take your right hand out from your right hip, nice long line, stretching over. Maybe you kept the arm bent the last time and you'll stretch it this time. Maybe it's better that you keep it bent as well this time, but just notice how you might come straight into it a little bit deeper this time. You might open and close a little, staying still or flowing in your body. We can be still like the mountain, or we can flow like the river. It's your body and your practice, so just see what feels right. And of course, that might be different from left to right. We'll come into the twist this side, so bring your right hand behind you, twist to the right. Keep your collarbones nice and open. One more breath. Change to the other side. Relax your jaw. And back to center. Bring your fingertips down, lift and lengthen your chest. And grip your fingers forward any amount. And if we come so far in this forward fold that our body wants to hop up and jump out of the pose, then that's not so calming and relaxing for our nervous system. In fact, the many, many muscles in our hips, the many muscle groups will likely clench to support ourselves rather than releasing, which is what we're looking to do. So find enough and breathe your way into it, staying still or flowing. And then slowly coming up. And so we've stretched to the sides, we've twisted, we've bent forward a little and given our hips a little bit of love. And now we're going to come into table position. Hands under the shoulders, fingers spread, knees under the hips, hip distance apart. And then we're going to come into our cat and cow, opening our spine into extension. You might just hold that pose for a moment. So roll the shoulders back and send the chest forward. And avoid arching the neck too much. Keep the neck long. Always keep the neck long, and it doesn't matter where that is. And you might rock forward and back a little bit, feeling that lovely opening, extension across the front of your spine. And then press down and come into flexion of the spine. Draw your belly up. Push your hands down to spread your shoulder blades apart. And once again, you can just rock forward and back a little. And then we're going to move from one pose to the other, back and forth. You can really slow it down, but if you feel like moving a little faster, we start to open up all the joints. So to activate all the fluid moving in our bones. And after a few, you might come up on your fingertips and start to move your spine now in any direction, opening it up. So we've just spent a few minutes working laterally, twisting, flexing and extending, and now it's time to just feel your way into your spine any way that feels good for you, and feel that your spine is fluid, loose, open and free. Bring your feet together. And when you come into any type of a child's pose, and take a few breaths. And if child's pose isn't comfortable, come and lie down on your back. And just notice how your spine is feeling now. And even just a few minutes a day, if that's all we have time for, to move our spine in that way, we will absolutely reap the rewards. Thank you.